What's good, collective? This is Twintuitive Tarot, and I am here to do a general reading. This one's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be the Anything But Love reading. This is for the collective, so that applies to anybody with whom this reading happens to resonate. It can be any one of you in the collective energy to which the situation applies, yeah? So, it may not resonate with everyone. Therefore, you might want to check out the zodiacs and the other collective readings, because there's going to be a few. This one is Anything But Love, meaning, just that. It's going to be picking up and referring to every sector of life and energetic goings-ons that is anything but love. Because some of us are kind of not, love's on the back burner, you know? Or we're frankly kind of sick of it. Or we are just not in the, you know, we're working a lot. Yeah, you know, things like that. So, let's get it. I like to pull 3 cards out, just like the other readings. And we do the past, present, future energy, general. And then we see what we get from there after that. Let's pull cards. Ooh. Got some interesting things. We got the collective. All right. In the past collective, we've got the Page of Cups. In the present, we've got the 6 of Swords. Future energy, 10 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, you've got Justice. Right on. I will say already, the present energy, just after having done all of the zodiacs, yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is a vibe that a lot of people are feeling. We'll get into it. In your past, the Page of Cups, water energy. So already we are going to be referring to an emotional situation. One where you see it in the tarot water cups. That signifies emotion. That's why this is actually a Piscean card. So Pisces, or people with Pisces in their chart, might find they resonate heavily to this, or people in relation to a Pisces. But really, energetically speaking, this isn't necessarily the Pisces card. It's just Piscean energy difference. Emotion being symbolized by water and cups. This is a time, a phase where we're dealing with something that is emotional. There's water. We're being lighthearted about it. And there's the feeling that, not that you shouldn't be lighthearted about it. That's good. It's good that you're being lighthearted about it. It's like having just walked in on a huge mess that people made in your house. Food everywhere on the walls, all sorts of shit ripped up and broken. And you not reacting, and instead making a joke about it and offering to maybe start cleaning up. Yeah. Doesn't seem emotional, right? The way you're acting doesn't seem emotional. But as you're cleaning up, you're finding the broken, irreplaceable things. You're finding the reason for anger or hurt or victimization or any of the feelings that are, honestly, if we're being honest, are very normal for people experiencing something like that. So to be like, the fuck you gonna do? Anybody need a mop and a bucket? And the mess is so fucking massive that it's like, we're gonna need a bigger mop. But like I said, as we are maybe cleaning in a room that other people aren't in at the moment, and you're kind of taking it all in, and you're letting yourself be honest for a second, because the reality of it is you're not laughing off or being lighthearted about something because it's natural, because it's not natural, right? It's what's natural is to be upset, is to feel the pain, is to be what the fuck about it. So you're not doing this because it's natural, you're doing this because you're at a point where you just need to be done with it. Whatever it is, you just need to be done with it. This isn't the first or even the 10th time that your roommates or your younger sister or whoever the fuck, your, absent-minded partner, whoever, your parents, have done this shit. Where you come home and here we are, an all too familiar mess. Okay, at this point, let's just, we're making it easy. Let's just make this easy on everyone. Let's just clean up the shit. And then as soon as this is done, I am out. Out, out, out. This is not like slamming the door and grabbing the shit and you go F yourself and go clean the fucking mess and yada yada. This isn't that. This is, okay, is everything good enough there to where they're not seeing? Okay, I'm out. And I'm out. Back turn. There's no facing in this card. There's no interfacing. This is just, okay, we're not concerned with interfacing. We've got 6 swords in our rickety as it is raft, patience, finance, whatever it is that those messes, those scenarios where you're just like, here we fucking are again, that feeling, those have made this weaker and weaker, and we don't have time to talk anymore about why they're there and who put them in and who does this one belong to, and oh, he said this belongs to. We don't got time for that, okay? Whoever's in the boat is in the boat. Whoever's out the fucking boat is out the fucking boat. And we are out. And we just got to get to calmer waters. That's what this card is. The swords are adversities, events, pains, hurts, leaving. This, I'm getting an image or like a scenario of like, say you visit your family from out of town and like you're with somebody, a partner that is like different from your family in some way, race, religion, age, whatever, you know, they don't mesh, or the family does not approve, or just is not nice, or whatever it is. And maybe it's not even because of the person. Maybe the person whose family it is like the youngest and has always been kind of disregarded by the rest of the family, and it doesn't really matter who they bring home, they're gonna be punked on, you know, because this person's punked on in the family, so therefore, you know. But maybe this person obviously probably lives far away, because that's what usually happens, and they're visiting for like some reason they have to visit, and it's been years or whatever, and they bring their partner, and one by one these events happen. It's like meet the parents, where it's just like, holy fuck, okay, we set the barn on fire, we set the house on fire, we lost the cat, we broke bitch's nose, we, you know, got caught smoking, everything wrong. But maybe not mistakes, it's more like things this person endured. Like, okay, when we showed up and they didn't even shake your hand or acknowledge you, that was really rough. How they purposely talked about things that offended this person all night and embarrassed them. Boom, you know, then there was this, then there was that. And then by the time, are you really gonna put up a fight? Like, by this point, you know, like, you're not changing any minds. You don't value their opinion. You find them to be ignorant anyway, so who fucking cares what they think? So I'm not here to prove shit to anyone, frankly, especially you people who don't know me at all, really, or this person. So are you really gonna go and fight with these people? No, you're not. You're gonna finish dinner and you're gonna fucking leave. And just be like, well, that was a nightmare. That sucked. In the car ride home. Oh my God. Bigger picture though. How are you acting at the dinner table? I fucking hate you. And this is why I moved 20 states away, you know. Or sorry, like this. Okay, jump ship. And where are we moving towards in the future? 10 of Cups. The feeling is going from having one cup that literally has a fish in it, meaning it's fishy, meaning it's not to be taken seriously. So if we're only counting serious cups, nada. Yeah? To the maximum amount of cups you can have. Completely emotionally fulfilled. Sailing or Titanic boating, survival, rescue boat, over to your 10 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Justice. Because it's what's right. Not just to you, not just to these people. This isn't like a matter of opinion or you can technically debate any and every fucking thing that is conceivable, even on a conceptual basis. If you really want to, you can split hairs, cells. You can go forever. about debate on what is considered right and what is considered wrong and what is considered just and what is considered unjust, right? Well, energetically, mirroring, you get what you put out. It reflects back. That isn't up for debate. That's not up to opinion or whatever people think. So you can do something low vibrational and call it great, but guess what you're gonna get back? And when you get those low vibrations back, it's hard to lie to yourself and say that it's great. That being said, it is just not on a personal, opinionated, who thinks there should be justice. No, this is what's right. Universally, this is like the scales being balanced. Yeah, this is like a very tangible 3D representation of it, even in a personified representation of it. It's about energy. It's that what goes up must come down. You throw it, it comes back. Don't believe it? Keep living. And living and living and living and it's hard to miss. Okay. Beautiful. So, again, anything but love. Emotional. This, I think, is really about, like, I'm really just getting the vibe in that example. I feel like I was drawn to that example of the child leaving, or they're not a child anymore in this scenario, but the, child of the family coming back and experiencing all of these swords and then leaving. I think that called to me because it really embodies the energy well of, there's this feeling of wanting to be true to oneself. And at this point, there's no energy of resentment, fighting, anger. We just purely, it's a feeling of like, I just know I need to get out of here. Like, if you were a teenager, say, and you knew you needed to do this and you needed to leave, like, you're not going to discuss it. You know. You're not going to go and you're not going to fight with people to get their opinions. Of course they're not going to understand. They don't understand you. That's why you're leaving. So I'm just getting this feeling like, I think a collective of people are experiencing finally moving away from something that they've been really kind of just about for a long time. And it's something that it suffocates the person. It suffocates them. I'm just getting having to do this. And I feel we've been doing this a long time with something. Kind of, it's kind of like, I'm getting this, I don't know why, I just got this funny image in my head of like two kids on the schoolyard. And like one of them's like, yeah, well, actually this kind of happened to me as a kid, I'm not gonna lie. Some kid, he was an older kid in a higher grade, like a few higher grades. At that time, that's like, many, many years older. And he tried to say to me, you can't hurt me. You're too little, you're a girl. And I remember saying, yeah, I can. And he said, oh yeah, try. And I said, okay, give me your hand or give me your finger. And he gave it to me and I took it and I just yanked it as hard as I could. And he started crying and fucking ran. But at first, before I really gave it to him, He was trying to pretend that it didn't hurt. To save face. To just kind of get through it and move along. Fuck, that hurts. Fuck it. Don't let him see him. Oh. Don't let him see. Oh my god, this fucking hurts. This fucking sucks. Yeah. And so finally, we run away because that shit hurts. And it's okay. There's this feeling, like, why are you even doing this in the first place, right? Because you give a fuck. You don't give a fuck anymore. Fuck them. Sorry, this channel's gonna have a lot of swearing, so if you're a first timer, newcomer. There it is. These cards are fucking flying. Alright. Man. Okay. This has to do with, like I said, really being true to self. And in order to be true to self, you have to, first of all, know who you are. That's a whole thing. Then you know who you are. Then you have to try and be true to that, right? Because once you know, good luck trying to ignore it. I mean, what? It's impossible. It's impossible. 'Cause it's who you are. So you can do this for as long as you want, but it is just a page with a fish in their cup. How long can you live with no cups, no real cups? Not long. Well, long enough to where you're finally, I can't. I don't care how rickety this boat is. I don't care all the things I told myself that I couldn't, or the reasons why I had to keep this fucking... This doesn't suck. This sucks. This doesn't suck. This sucks. You've had enough. Life's too short. That's that feeling of just like, fuck it. I'm going for the maximum amount. You know? It's like, yeah. I have a friend who got into a really, 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 really good music school, and he is, you know, in his 40s. And these kids are like 18, 20s. He got in, and he was, he was, at the time, he had just recovered from being homeless on the street, from alcoholism in LA. Yeah, rough life, right? He'd had enough one day and was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going for my dream. Life is too short. He had been telling himself for how long, I'm sure. Oh, I couldn't. What? I'm just some, you know, homeless person on the street. I don't have that kind of ambition or something. Yeah, I love music school, and I mean, I love music, but that's, I'll just stay here. No cups. Went a long time. Finally, by that point, you've realized that, like, literally anything is better than where you've been at. So you have literally nothing to lose. So why wouldn't you go for the big time? So after you decide that you want to do that, you got the hangman. Hanged man, now you're like, well, where do I want to apply? Harvard? Yale? Brown? I don't know. I don't really give a shit about those schools. I'm just thinking of U.S. Ivy League, you know? But it's that example of like, okay, so now where do I want to go? Which place is my Ace of Cups? That's the big cup. This is the self-love cup. All the other cups, yeah, rainbows. That's the main hub of the fountain that is your life. You being in this state You cannot be contemplating which, you can't be contemplating the menu of your wildest dreams, which lists Lamborghinis and owning mansions. I'm just using examples, material, big things, so it's easy to understand. Whatever it is that fills your cup, you can't be literally pausing because you're seriously contemplating right now. You can't be doing that if you don't believe it. Period. You don't even get that far. You don't even sit down to think about it. Because it's just like, yeah, that's funny, that's cute. Back to my problems. Ugh. Back to my swords. Back to my fake ass cup that I'm just gonna bring around to parties. It's a used ass cup I've brought to hella parties. I'm so sick of this shit. I just want to go home. Go home. And so when you get into the energy of, I do want more, I do deserve more, you know what? I do want the best. I do deserve the best. So what do I want? Now you're in this energy. Whatever this is, like I said, school, work, anything but love. You come into contact with someone on that same frequency that is divinely guided. Yeah? This right here, in this context of the reading, that's Bill Gates meeting Steve Jobs. That's Simon meeting Garfunkel. Shit's divinely guided, okay? This is not romantic love, but it is love most definitely, because those people have love for each other till the end of time period. They're soulmates. We have many kinds of soulmates, people we were absolutely supposed to meet. I have a few teachers I know are soulmates, absolutely. They, my piano teacher for one, absolutely. Even like a mom, the past life or some shit. She's special. Anyway. So that's amazing. That's literally like what I'm imagining. Weirdly, it's like Harry Potter, right? Harry Potter came from that fucking household that was like, you suck, live under the stairs, you don't know shit, shut up. Oh yeah, you're a witch, but who gives a shit? We don't care, you're stupid. And for a while, he does the dance, right? Then, he's like, fuck this. And he leaves. And where does he go? Towards the most wild dream he can possibly, he's chasing the big time. He's coming from under a stairwell. Shit's not ideal. Hogwarts. We've decided it's Hogwarts. That's the thing that we want. And when we get there, who do we meet? Hermione. The whole crew of friends. Malfoy and whoever the fuck else. Because it's divinely guided. Because they're supposed to meet. But they would have never, it would have never even come close to happening or even close to meeting if these people weren't all in the same frequency of believing they deserved to go to Hogwarts, of believing they could do it. They're absolutely capable, and in fact, it's a given. Of course. I'm Harry Potter. All right, quick. It's coming towards collective and advice moving forward. Fuck yeah, dude. Shit. Heavy family, heavy school vibe. Haha, 2 cards, love it. Ooh. All right, this is some real ass advice because all this shit been fluffy rainbows. You did, okay. You did just bounce out from some gnarly ass swords, right? Harry, I'm just gonna keep with it because it's kind of perfect. It's fucking perfect. Harry is out that shit, but eventually summer comes. And fall and spring semesters, winter, whatever, are over. And he has to go home. Because he is still chained to whatever they gotta go. For some reason, you're gonna have to interface with this thing that you moved away from. And it's going to feel even more, it's going to be even harder to deal with because you've been at Hogwarts, if that makes sense. It's kind of like you've been with people that think like you. You've been surrounded by people that appreciate you, that see your talents, that get you, you know. You're at Hogwarts, it's perfect in terms of like where you belong. And when you go back, it's like way harder to deal with than when you were before Hogwarts, before you left, before you decided to be true to yourself, before you felt this invigorating feeling of self-confidence and surety. Like, it was easier when you were in this energy. You were purposely staying. You were staying here for whatever reason. You know, there are many reasons why we would keep smiling at the dinner table. Because it's mom and dad and you can't say shit. Because one of them is sick and they're on their deathbed, and that's why you're there. So you're not going to tell them shit. You know, like reasons that it's not just about like you being in a state of denial. It's I'm getting the feeling of like there's this strong arm, this strong hand over you. It's like, well, what are you gonna do, Harry? We're your family, we're everything you know. What are you gonna go off on? You're like, you don't even. What's he gonna say? Fuck you, I'm leaving. Where's he gonna go? It's one of those. You're attached somehow to that thing, and it's you having to re-interface with this thing. Scenario, person, whatever those swords are for you, whenever you have to sail back there briefly or however, it's going to feel heavily toxic. Yeah. McDonald's tastes great when that's all you've ever eaten. Then you go live on a farm for a year and you're made nothing but the freshest, most delicious meals, fresh food and real food. And then you come back. It's that feeling of like, holy shit, this is fucking bad. And bad for me. And bad for this. And bad for you. And it's just like, you can't not see it. It is the elephant in the room, but it's this guy. Your advice is to be aware of that so that it doesn't shake you. You know, it's kind of like, okay, you're about to go into this room. When you go into this room, there's going to be a guy in there, and he's going to chew you out, and he's going to say all the craziest things he can possibly say to you, okay? But the goal is, don't break. And as long as you don't break, then, you know, you get the $1 million. It's a game show. It's a fucked up game show we're on, okay? It's all. Want to play a game? Don't lose your shit when you come back into contact with whatever this is. Because you stand chance to mess some shit up for yourself. You need to just kick back. You can almost count on the fact that after this comes back into your energy. You may not lose the fight or the war. Like, you may not break and full on get into this fight, but once this clears again, you're not gonna feel, you're gonna be exhausted and completely done for a minute. Like, you know, it's like Harry Potter, you know, he needs it drained him, you know. So your advice is to stay in this energy of enough's enough. Fuck this stairwell. Fuck these fat, annoying, rude ass, muggle sons of bees. I'm leaving. And I deserve the fucking Ace of Cups. You need to stay in that, because they're coming after you on that boat. So stay cool as a cucumber. Hell yeah. Get it, collective. I'll see you guys next time.